And welcome to this week's third YouTube exclusive of the Power of Pro Wrestling podcast. Now, on the first two, I have kind of discussed the origin of the podcast, and I talked about my guest. Now, on this third one, I'm going to kind of do something different, and I've never done before on a YouTube exclusive, and I'm going to answer a question or give my response to a question that was asked on a Facebook group I'm a part of, and it was actually asked by my cousin, and his question was Jericho the correct choice to be the first Undisputed Champion at the end of the Attitude Era, is the way he has it phrased. Now, if you remember, or the scenario, WWE and WCW competed throughout the mid-90s, all the way through until 2001, in which WWE purchased WCW, so WCW being bought out by WWE means WWE had the rights to the WCW title. Well, in 2001, it was early 2001 at the WCW shut down, so WWE throughout the summer and right after that started implementing WCW guys and led to an invasion, and which ended at almost the end of the year at Survivor Series in November, in which obviously WWE won. Well, what they decided to do the next month at Armageddon, Vengeance, I stand corrected, they had a 4-man and tournament. Well, you can't really call it a tournament, but they had it to where Kurt Angle fought Stone Cold for the WWF title, and The Rock fought Chris Jericho for the WCW title. Well, Chris Jericho beat The Rock, and I believe Stone Cold beat Angle earlier in the night, and right after Jericho finished with The Rock, he had to fight Austin, and Vince McMahon came out and helped him win the title. So that's to kind of give you the backstory of how Jericho became the Undisputed Champion. And now, in terms of was it a right choice, I think it was a good choice, because you could have went with the cliche of Stone Cold being the Undisputed Champion, the first one, which Big Star, or Rock being the Undisputed Champion, Big Star. Or like they did when they reunified the world and the WWE back together, and they had Randy Orton, John Cena, which is almost the modern day Stone Cold Rock. They're the two big stars of the company. So going with Stone Cold or The Rock, I feel would have been an easy way out to go with that. So picking Jericho was something new and different, and it really helped to break Jericho out, and I guess you could say break through the glass ceiling that he kind of experienced in WCW, because if you know about WCW, Chris Jericho was considered a cruiserweight, and cruiserweights, as he has put it in his books, were like kind of treated like lepers, and they were kind of diseased, and they were just there to put on a good match. They weren't designed to get over or stuff like that. So with Jericho winning the Undisputed title, that really put the stamp of approval that WWE was behind him, and he wasn't the obvious pick, and he wasn't the obvious choice. So a lot of people can say Stone Cold, bigger star, he should have got it, and The Rock should have got it. But you got to realize Stone Cold was on his way out, Rock was on his way out, so by letting Jericho win the Undisputed title, that really put the stamp of approval there, and it helped to break a new star out, which is important to do in wrestling. If you keep pushing the same guys, and the same guys are on top out for a long while, it just gets stale. They get stale and boring. So by putting Jericho as the first Undisputed Champion and turning around and working with Austin and working with Rock in the leading months up to WrestleMania to finally drop it to Triple H, of all people, I felt was a good choice to let Jericho win the title. Now, a lot of people on posting their comments to that said it was a slap in the face to Eric Bischoff. I don't really think it was anything to do with Eric Bischoff or slapping him in the face or anything like that. I just feel that Jericho was the right choice for that, considering Rock was going to be leaving to Hollywood soon and be gone, and then obviously was going to be winding down his in-ring career. He didn't last too much longer. He lasted maybe a couple of years, so giving the belt to Jericho, I do feel was the right choice looking back in hindsight. But that's all I really want to discuss on the subject. I just wanted to take a moment and kind of talk about the question, discuss it, and kind of give my response and my reasoning why I felt Jericho was the right choice to be the Undisputed Champion. Stay tuned to more YouTube exclusives, and for more Power of the Pro Wrestling podcast, this has been Robert Red signing off.